Welcome back to the LonelyMans Podcast, fastest growing podcast in the world. We don't even keep track of the numbers anymore. We have no idea. They're just...
That's because when you have such big numbers, it's just doing numbers all the time.
Yeah, what's the point?
Yeah.
Numbers are a human construct. We don't even know what numbers are.
We're beyond numbers, We're just in the space now. We're esoteric, I believe.
My name is Jesse Burlingame. I'm here with Ben Bosunga. Small Bidness owner Ben Bosunga.
Yeah. Also, what an okie doke this was.
Is that completely empty?
Yeah, someone cut open the other side. So I open this side, and then there's nothing here in it.
Yeah, shout out to OG Brands providing it. Maybe that one was used already?
Maybe.
Possibly.
It's a possibility, but whoever used it just did not open the other side. They just were like, hey, this is the side that works better. I don't know who would do that.
Shout out to OG Brands with their Esco leaves, if they're still making those.
Esco leaf, peaches and cream. Check it out. Shout out to them.
If you followed the podcast, months ago we smoked Ukrainian cream. Shout out to Ukraine. We stand with Ukrainian cream.
Yeah, we don't stand with Ukraine. We stand with Ukrainian cream.
They got the OG. You're going with the peaches and cream? There's the OG. They did not send us the cognac flavored, which I was upset about.
Oh, man. Hit him back up. Be like, we need that cognac. Shout out to Ludacris. He's got his own cognac.
Does he?
Yeah.
He should.
He named it Karma. I think
Karma Cognac?
I think it's Karma because that's his daughter's name.
Interesting.
I think Ludacris has his own cognac, and I believe it's named Karma.
I wouldn't name a brand after my kids because what if it goes under? You just blame them for it.
If you have kids, or when you have kids,
right.
or if you plan on it,
who knows, dude?
Yeah, who knows in this world? But like Jackie Chan was saying that.
I like where this is going already.
Jackie Chan said that his kids, when he dies, he's not gonna leave him a bunch of money in his will.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna leave them some money, obviously, but he's not gonna leave them his whole thing, because his idea is if you grew up my child, then you had a great upbringing.
Right.
You've had everything you've ever wanted, and you're gonna have a nest egg and whatever. And so if you're not able to take advantage of that, then why would I give you all my money? Because you're not going to be able to take advantage of that if you haven't been able to take advantage of everything you were already gifted with at birth.
Yeah, you're just going to squander it.
Yeah, you're just gonna be a waste. So you're going to get something, but you're not going to get everything because you've already gotten everything. And if you can't make that work, then this more money isn't going to make you feel isn't going to make you any better.
I've heard a lot of celebrities say they're going to do that, but you never know how many actually follow through with this.
Well, most celebrities I think suck, but Jackie Chan does his own stunts, so I feel like this is the
now
next
he's
level.
Stunting on his kids.
Yeah, exactly. Stunt like my daddy.
For my final stunt.
I wrote my kids out of the will.
Yeah, I wonder where the rest of the money goes.
He said he's going to donate a bunch of it to a bunch of charities and a bunch of causes he has designated for it. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I respect that. Mm-hmm. I think more people should do that because
the Do Your Own Stunts Foundation.
Yeah, it's him.
For all disabled stuntmen. Broke their necks.
And Tom Cruise somehow, which the fact that Tom Cruise has not died doing his own stunts gets me every time I think about it.
Yeah, we watched that video of him jumping a motorcycle into the Grand Canyon with a parachute.
Yeah, do you think Tom Cruise is gonna give his kids an Esther, or is gonna make his kids do their own stunts?
Yeah, I think the Church of Scientology is taking all of his money when he does.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess his kids will not be stunting like their daddy. They will not be.
Unless they're raised in the church. I don't know.
Well,
I think, what was her name? Katie Holmes?
Katie Holmes. She's also a weird one. Have you ever seen?
Yeah, but she got out of the church.
She got out of the church?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Good for her.
I mean, I got out of the church, so I'm with you, Katie Holmes. I stand with those that have left the church.
David Miscavige's wife, we're not so sure about. I don't know if they ever found her. She was missing for a while.
What's her name?
David Miscavige's wife. I forget her first name.
Was he a big dude in the church and his wife disappeared and no one said anything about it?
He's the leader of the Church of Scientology, yeah. He's the new L. Ron Hubbard. He took over and then got them tax exempt status. That was him.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know who else has tax exempt status?
Ludacris?
Nah, he's got tax full status.
He's paid in full.
Yeah, that's actually what's his name? Fuck. That's Mekhi Phifer. He's paid in full.
Cameron.
Yeah.
The other guy.
No one remembers.
I forget his name.
Yeah, paid in full. Classic movie, by the way.
It's a movie that I've seen.
Yeah. Every time you watch the movie, it blows my mind. I'm always like, what?
I've seen Paid in Full. I've seen State Property 1 and 2.
Wow, I've only seen State Property 1.
Oh, you never saw the second one with Beanie Siegel?
No.
Beans?
Beanie Siegel. That's a name I haven't heard in forever.
Yeah, you kept going, you either get down or lay down. And if you lay down, you stay down. Something like that.
Yeah, Beanie Siegel. I haven't heard of him since he got beef with Jay-Z.
Might have been after that movie. Maybe he wasn't paid for the movie. Maybe he didn't get any points on the back end of direct-to-DVD movies, State Property 2.
Well, Jay-Z talks about it in one of his tracks.
Does he? He talks about everything.
He does. He's like, that's the thing. If you learn so much about Jay-Z's life just by his lyrics, he's like, he talks about how many millionaires he made in rock. He's like, Ye made millions. Someone else made millions. Meek made millions. He's like, Beans will tell you if he wasn't in his feelings. I'm like, ooh. But Beans does there's a song called Feel It in the Air.
Yeah.
Oh, that song's a banger.
Does it sample Phil Collins?
I feel it in the air. It samples something. I don't know if it's Phil Collins, but
no, Phil Collins is I can feel it calling in the air at night.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Phil Collins.
You like my singing voice, dude?
Nah, not really, bro.
Good thing we did a lip sync show the other night.
Yeah, lip sync champion Jesse Burlingame.
Katie sent me the picture of me squatting down with the trophy. Yeah.
Yeah, the crowd chose, and I just want to say I was very glad they chose you. In fact, I was egging them on loudly, very loudly to choose.
Yeah, I was like, did they choose? So we did a show where 5 comics perform, and then the audience chooses which comic they'd like to see lip sync battle the host, which was our friend of the show, both friends of the show, Katie Felton and MK Ultra. Mary Catherine Ultra.
Yeah, who was on the show last week?
No, who was on the show last week? Christy Vera.
I thought we had Jason and Mary Catherine on recently.
No, that was like 2 years ago.
No, we just had him back on recently.
No, we didn't. Jason and Mary. That was Riley and Christy. You're getting all these comedy couples mixed up.
Really?
Yeah, last week's episode 139 was Christy Vera and Riley Gilmore. Good app, which I fucked up on YouTube. I'm sorry to everyone that was waiting for midnight on last night, Sunday, but apparently the upload failed and I didn't catch that. So
yeah, were you in some cheeks?
Was I in some cheeks?
Yeah.
Is that why I was busy and didn't notice it?
Yeah.
No cheeks this week.
Because I'm about to say, I feel like you've been quite cheeky lately. Cheeky Jesse.
I had a run of like 3 dates in a couple of weeks, which is like a record for me. So yeah, it may seem like I'm in a wet spell right now.
Yeah, I feel so. I feel like you're making it rain out here. Yeah.
We'll talk about that on the Patreon.
That's a top exclusive. Oh, speaking of that.
Yeah. Patreon.com/LonelyMans for the inside scoop on my dick.
Oh, also, inside scoop on the Patreon is after that show we did.
Give that mic a little tilt.
Yeah.
There you go.
So after that show we did, I was approached by one of the audience members.
Were you?
And, the conversation was casual, but then upon returning home, I had a new follower on the gram.
I believe I did as well.
Oh, okay.
We might be able to match up.
Yeah.
But did you follow through? Did you slide into the DMs?
I have not slid in the DMs yet, but I am planning on sliding into the DMs. Were you planning on sliding in the DMs?
No. I was like, I'm not even gonna bother with this one. This one's too. I already feel the rejection. Let me see. Let me check.
Let's see if it's the same one.
Yeah, let's match this up here.
Yeah.
So this was a few days ago. This one right here?
No, that's a
all right.
one.
All right, then maybe I'll slide on this one.
Okay, she was at the show on at the what's it called? Last Stand?
At Last Stand Brewing, yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a different one.
Okay.
No, we're both out here in the streets. Because that is not the one that hit me up.
Yeah, I looked. She follows MK, but no one else that I know.
Yeah.
But
Bro.
Oh, it's not going to show me her celebrity followers.
Did you talk to her at the show at all?
No, I did not.
Okay.
And I believe she was with a dude, but who knows what that means nowadays, right?
It means absolutely nothing.
Who else is she following? She's following Hans Kim, MK, Tony Hinchcliffe, and Joe Rogan. I'm in an elite group of comics right there.
Bro, oh, I remember them now. I remember because obviously they weren't there when I went up, so that's why. They walked in right after I walked off stage. They walked into the side door. I know because I opened it. So I'm not going to take this one personal. Just kidding.
Wait, she missed your set? Is that what you said?
They walked in right after my set. I remember because I thought to myself,
perfect timing.
why is the bad bitch going to come in right when I leave? But
yeah, I'm gonna have to slide on this.
bro, slide. It doesn't. The worst that could happen is she's like, I ain't got a boyfriend, and then at that point you're like, oh well. But yeah, I'll show you the one that followed me. Anyways, on the Patreon, we're gonna name names and tell stories.
Yeah,
so.
I'll give out the full Instagram handle. This one's hard to spell.
And I'll tell you how. Yeah, I'll tell you their names. I'll tell you how I know all of this stuff. So.
Yeah, I've never had a woman approach me after a show. That's yet to happen.
Yeah,
I've seen you approached.
I've been approached, but I've never been like fully accosted. You know, like
is that what you're looking for?
I want someone to be like, "Yo,
yeah,
this is happening," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Last week, a girl approached me, and she was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Hey." She's like, "What was the name of the comic with glasses?" And I was like, "God damn it!" She's like, "What's his Instagram?" I was like, "Why aren't you asking for my Instagram?" She's like, "Oh, all right, I'll get your Instagram too." And she's like, "No, but he reminds me of my friend, and I want to show his comedy to my friend." And I was like, "Okay, all right."
Who's the one with who's that?
Who is?
Who do you remember? Who was the one with glasses?
It was Gabe Bickford. Shout out to Gabe Bickford.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's a handsome fella.
I have his Instagram too. I made sure I got that early.
It was this girl. It was this girl.
I don't remember her being. Oh wait, did she come and talk to us before the show started?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. So that one, and then it was confirmed through third-party sources that there's a little heat being thrown my way.
A little interest.
Let's
go. Maybe we could double date with the two chicks from the show.
Yo, always down for a good dubby, bro. If I find a girl, we could go little dubbies.
All right.
Yeah, we could do some dubbies. I don't know if anyone calls them that, but white people like to shorten everything.
Yeah,
So-
and I like putting an IES on things.
Yeah, just I realized that
We'll
one day.
go dubskis.
Yeah, I was sitting there I was working. And I heard like this couple talking about their dinner, and I never forget. He's like, "We should get a rotis chick." I was like, "What? A what, bro? Did you just shorten rotisserie chicken to a rotis chick?" I was like, "Bro, this is unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that before."
Let's get some roti. Oh, you want some rotini? Nah, rotis.
Rotis, dog.
Rotisnal.
Yeah, I'm a rotisinal speaker.
That's the name of my D1 athlete son, Rotisnal.
Rotisinal, dog.
Rotisnal Burlingame.
That also sounds like a SSRI, bro. Yeah, bro. Forget Adderall, dog.
If you were a loved one, I'm taking
Rotisinal,
Rotisnal.
dog. Yo, you heard about that Rotisinal lawsuit, dog? Go crazy on that shit. Yeah, definitely.
Dude, there's gonna be more weed on my floor. I'm gonna have to sweep up and roll another blunt.
Nah, it's pretty good. It all landed on the petty principles. So
How are those blunt wraps? You roll a tight joint, but these blunts look a little loose.
they do because I'm scared the papers have been there for so long.
Yeah.
And I don't want to move them too much because then they tear.
Right.
And so I'm not.
They're in these fresh seal packages.
Yeah, but they're not like.
You were breathing on it, so they must be a little dry.
Yeah, they're definitely super dry, and I just didn't want to crack them. They're not, honestly, for as long as they've been there, I'm surprised they're this in the game. But last time I tried to roll one, they cracked like halfway through. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna roll it up. Do the damn thing.
Shout out OG Brands. We haven't done an episode with just the boys in a few weeks. I checked 5-6 weeks now.
5-6 weeks since it was just us.
Yeah.
Oh shit. You know?
Get a little update on the boys.
Every now and again. Oh yeah. So speaking of the boys, Austin Crawls, right?
Yeah.
So this is the business we started called Austin Crawls. The basis of it.
You and Caroline from their show. So.
Yeah, Caroline, friend of the podcast. She's been on here before. Check out her episode. She's great.
Small business owners.
Yeah. So the way that me and Caroline met is also a trip because like you had a meeting set up with Caroline originally, right? To kind of go because someone like another comic had worked with her on like doing reels or whatever.
Yeah.
And so you guys.
She's gonna talk to me about social media. in regards to like the podcast and such.
Yeah. So then, and then I was at the fairgrounds doing finishing up some work, and I met this guy just at the bar randomly. And we get to talking. He's like, "Oh, yeah, my fiance, she does a bunch of this stuff, like reels and works with comedians and all that stuff." The next day, you're like, "Yeah, you want to come along?" I was like, "Sure." And that happened to be that guy that I met's fiance was Caroline. So that's how we met.
You met Mr. King.
Yeah, she was not a king back then.
No,
she was something different. But now she's a king. So then we met. And I think that first day we met was when we came up with the idea for this. I think you were there.
I was there, yeah.
Yeah, you were there. And you guys gave me a lot of shit. They're like, I drank coffee one day.
Yeah, you drank a cold brew.
I don't drink coffee, but I drank a cold brew. And I was just like, I was on the walls. And I'm coming up with these business ideas. And everyone's like, bro, what do you do?
Somehow we started talking. Well, you were doing the tours at that time, right? Yeah, and then you were like, yo, I could do this myself. I could show people restaurants and bars that they can go to.
Well, because I do the tours.
Right.
And I know like the margins because I do the numbers for the tours. And I know how much I make as an individual doing them. And I know how much the company makes for doing all these tours. And so I was like, I was able to see the numbers on the inside. And I'm like, I could do this. I'm already doing this. I've never met anyone I work for the other company. I just contract out. I've never met them. I pretty much do my own thing.
Who did you interview with?
I didn't.
Did anyone train you?
My buddy Zach, shout out to Zach. We should get him on the pod. He's great.
Yeah, book him.
My buddy Zach got into it, and he said, I think you'd be good for it. And then he's like, just come through and do one of these tours with me. Just like watch me do it.
Yeah.
And then I just went through, watched him do it like twice. And I was like, oh, I could do this.
Yeah. You meet at one side of South Congress and then walk them through bars and restaurants down South Congress?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then, well, we're actually North Congress. But this one, but the Austin Crawls, we started South Congress. So,
oh wait, the company you work for is North Congress?
So yeah, the company I work for is North Congress. So to not step on their toes, I went to South Congress.
Oh, I thought you were on South Congress the whole time.
Well, Austin Crawls is South Congress.
No, but I thought your old company.
Yeah. So the old company's North Congress. We're on the other side of the bridge. So yeah, I don't compete. I bring everyone together so you can do both now. It's a completely different experience.
Wow.
And so, yeah, so what we do is anyone who comes to Austin, like you hear about South Congress as a popular part of town, but like if you go to South Congress, it's kind of overwhelming. There's all these places and you're like, what's cool? Where should I hang out with? What's a bar? What should I do here?
Right.
So now you don't have to think about that anymore. We show you exactly what we do. We show you courtyards that you didn't even know were there. All those murals you see people taking pictures with on Instagram, they're behind like buildings and dark alleys that you're not trying to go down. There's nothing else there.
Even the I Love You So Much mural is right on the corner on Congress, but I didn't know it was there until just recently.
Bro, I'm saying.
I've been here 2 years.
I'm saying there's that one. There's the Welcome to Hello from Texas or Love from Austin. There's the Before I Die wall. There's all these cool places that like you see people take pictures with. And
the
like,
Before I Die wall, like, do you write chalk? Do you fill in
you chalk, you write. It's like a wall that says Before I Die, I want to, and it has all these spaces, and you write off of it. But like, if you didn't know where it was, you would never find that thing.
Do you bring chalk on your tour?
They have chalk there for you.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they did. That's the wall. See, that's the thing. You got to know these things. There's all these cool little courtyards with like vines and all sorts of stuff in there that you wouldn't even see because you can't tell that they're there.
Yeah, Soho House is over there. I accidentally stumbled through their courtyard one day when I was doing a Uber Eats pickup. Some like business was like around the corner, like next to Soho House, and I couldn't find it. So I was like just like walking around the whole building. Ended up just like, cruising through while people are eating $50 brioche bun sandwiches or whatever. I don't know what they had at Soho House.
Yeah, the Soho House.
That's me trying to make up rich people shit.
You said brioche. You're like, that sounds expensive.
Yeah, that's I want to say like a poached egg or something. I don't know, what do people get? Eggs Benny?
Eggs Benny.
$50 Eggs Benny. There we go.
Eating them caviars, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Eating some escargot.
Some belugas.
Yeah, you eating that some Wagyu beef.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some Kobe beef. You know how it goes.
Sure, yeah. Rich people eat that. Foie gras? Foie gras?
Foie gras. Foie. It sounds like a Jamaican guy. Foie gras. Where you going?
Pon de foie gras.
Pon de foie gras. That also sounds... Somehow it sounds like a slur when you say it. I don't... Yo, there's that foie gras over there.
Pon de foie gras.
But yeah, so that's what the business is. We had our first official sales that were from friends and family. So that was kind of cool. The way I see it, man, I look at it like anything is like, if I could sell one ticket, I could sell two. And if I could sell two, I could sell four. If I sell four, I could sell 100. You know what I'm saying? Like that means it's clearly possible that it's buying them, and there's somebody that has an interest in buying them. Mm-hmm. So all I have to do is make that easier for them and find more people with interest. It's definitely, so that's kind of the thing. But starting a business it's a lot. Like everyone's like, oh, you got to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Go out there. I own a business. Like to make it successful.
Are you an LLC? Did you establish an LLC?
We're working on the process. It takes a second.
Right.
But Texas doesn't require you to start that. So I didn't want that to be like a damper, you know, like, well, we're going to wait till we start the business to get this LLC going, and then you get an LLC and never do anything.
Right.
Versus like, fuck it. We started, and then when we get to the point where we're like, oh shit, we're going to need this to create like bank accounts because we have to have money and pay people out and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Then cool, we get that. But just doing. That's the thing that I'm trying to do now. Just do things and figure out the process. But once you get going and you're already like doing it, then it's like, okay, this is just the next step versus like, well, I'm going to do all these steps and then get started. Mm-hmm. When I do it that way, I never do anything. It's like ready, aim. We never fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you just come out shooting.
Yeah, fuck it. Now I'm like, I may be reckless aiming, but now I'm shooting. At least the ops is on the defensive now. You know, they're like, looking out. Bullets are coming. They might not be hitting, but they're going in the right direction. So that's kind of the perspective that we had with it. And now, yeah, man, we've just been so yeah, we're just trying to, the website's up, we're getting out on, we finally got on Google, on Yelp, we're getting up on like TripAdvisor, getting up on all the places, do 512, and then we're setting up for
getting your SEO up.
Yeah,
right now
we got to work on the SEO. I'll start Googling SEO. And then
once you figure out what an SEO is, you get that running.
Mm-hmm. SEO, CEO, all these letters, bro. I don't know anything, but
you're the CEO.
Yeah, well, my business partner, she's a CEO.
CEO.
Yeah, CEO. I think that's what they call them these days in a progressive city like Austin.
Yeah, girl boss is out. Now they're CEOs. Mm-hmm. I'm sure that's a T-shirt already.
Yeah, so now officially a business owner, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. I mean, the money will come, so I just want to have. But also, the coolest part is like,
how many tours have you done so far?
For that?
Yeah,
just a couple, like 2. We got a request to do like a party of 25.
Sick.
So we're trying to figure out the details for that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, man, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if we can sell one ticket, we can sell 100. You know what I'm saying? If you sell 100, you can sell 1,000. It's like,
yeah, now you sold like 25.
Yeah, well, we haven't closed it yet, but
okay,
baby steps. You know,
you got a whale,
bro. I don't count my chickens before they hatch. That is a valuable lesson I learned from my brother.
Yeah.
In his lowest moment in life.
Oh, I do that. I'm like, we're working South by Southwest. Was I saying it the whole time?
Yeah.
I felt like I was saying wets.
Yeah, maybe. It was close.
I'm like, all right, I got that check, but I don't know when we're actually going to get paid for that. So I need to have some money fucking cooking before and after.
Oh, yeah, you can't do that. So, like, my brother was in high school. He wasn't a great athlete. He wasn't. But he was really good at powerlifting. He had this thing. Every day, he would eat like 3 cans of tuna, and then he'd go work out, do this crazy, like, heavy workout, and he'd just do this every day. That was his thing. But there was this other kid at school that was like, he was fucking jacked. Like, and he was like on the football team. He dated like the cheerleader. Everyone thought he was like the coolest kid ever or whatever, right? And him and my brother were in the same weight class for the state powerlifting competition. So in the state, the way that powerlifting works in high school, you do 3 lifts: bench press, deadlift, and squat. Mm-hmm. And they take your highest score. So you have 3 turns, whatever the highest weight that you're able to complete the rep, which is like going down and coming back up and within the parameters of whatever the judge says. And then they take your highest weight and they combine that total. Whoever scores the highest wins. So my brother beat this dude in the squat, and he beat him in the bench press. And everyone was shocked. They thought this dude was the man. He's whatever. This dude's been juicing. He's fucking jacked. Mm-hmm. And my brother's out here eating tuna and just working out for like an hour and a half, like 4 times a week, and just being a monster at this tournament, at the state powerlifting thing. And everyone's shocked. His coach is shocked.
Do you know how much he beat him by?
What's up?
How much did he beat him by?
So he beat him by 25 pounds on the squat and 20 pounds on the bench. So he was up by like 45 at this point, but 2 lifts with 1 lift left to go. So he had a game plan for his last lift. But because my brother wasn't like, no one cared about my brother. So like even the coach, he wasn't like paying attention. He was paying attention to this other kid who was supposed to be the shit that everyone thought was going to win. So my brother, he gets into his last deadlift. So the way that you set it is you want to set a base weight with your first weight, like just let's say your max that you're trying to go for is like 405 on the deadlift or whatever. So your first weight, you're going to get like 375 just to make sure you get at least a baseline, right? So that way you get at least 375 points. Then the next one you're going to get up to, then you want to go to like maybe like 395 or whatever, try to get that up and then try 405 on your last one. It's kind of like the way the process works. So we kind of did this. And he was set to, and he goes up on the last one and no one tells him. And he goes up there without his weight belt doing a deadlift. When you deadlift, you have to lock your back out. And it's very hard when you got 100 pounds without the belt. And his coach didn't tell him he had a belt. No one didn't tell him he had a belt on. So he doesn't get this last deadlift. And this kid saw it. So my brother's last deadlift was like, it was like 370 or something like that. And this kid was only going to go for, I think he was only going to do like 405 on his deadlift. But the way that the numbers ended up, he went up and he was able to do like 410, but he added extra weight because he was already just playing for second. Because if my brother gets this weight, he's not even close, even if he gets that. But because my brother didn't get the weight, the kid saw that, they got hyped up, and he got that weight up, and he ended up beating my brother by 5 points.
Wow.
To this, outside of funerals, I have never seen my brother cry.
Damn.
But my brother bawled. I just remember he bawled. He won second place in state lifting power competition. We left. My brother just went to the car and cried. We didn't even stay for the medal ceremony, nothing. Me and my mom just drove my brother home, and he just cried the whole car ride. But by the time we got home, I was like, all right. And then that night, we went to a party. I remember we went to this gigantic party the school was having, and that kid was there talking shit to my brother. Man.
Damn, he's a sore winner?
Yeah, bro. But here's the fucked up part. He knew in his heart of heart what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone who was there knows what happened, but you go to school with 2,600 kids, who's actually there? Who knows what happens? You know what I'm saying? Like, they just saw that this kid was the state champ like they thought he was going to be. And so... But
your brother never talked shit to him, right?
No. So then my brother, they got into a fight. And my brother, like, broke his hand on this kid's face. My brother was savage. I once watched him catch a kid's hand and knock him the fuck out. Because he's like 5'7". But, like, you imagine you putting up these numbers. He probably weighed about the same as I do. And I'm, like, 5 inches taller than him. And he was just jacked. Like, he was strong as fuck. And that night he got into a fight with that kid. They had to be broken up and shit. But, man, I learned that lesson. Never celebrate too early, because he was so excited about winning. He was already planning everything, and he was celebrating, and then boom, just like that, it was an L. Just he snatched the win out of his own hands. Ever since then, I learned a very valuable lesson. You never celebrate early, bro. You just wait till the scoreboard says 0. Wait till the money's in the account. Wait till your dick is in the pussy. You never celebrate too early, dog. It's a root for failure.
Yeah, I've learned to just silently do the work and then let the results speak for themselves. Because every time I get too hyped up on something, I start talking about it. I talk about it too much.
Yeah. My brother, ever since then, my brother picked up a quote, that same one. He always said, don't. Anytime I tell him my ideas, he was like, don't talk about it, be about it. Don't tell me about it, show me about it.
Right.
And that's all he would ever say anytime I told him anything, to the point where I was like, I hate this guy. But now looking back, I'm like, that motherfucker. I spent too much time talking about shit, never did shit. And I think he learned that lesson.
You can waste a lot of time telling people what you're going to do, what you're planning to do. If you don't follow through, doesn't look good.
Nah. See, that's why I always try to be like, my biggest thing is like, always try to do what I say. I feel like that's like my one, that's probably, I'd say, is like my second biggest value in life. If I could put my life into one word, it'd be like freedom would be number one. But two, just the idea of just like doing what you say you're gonna do. You just gotta say it once, and it's just gotta be yourself. You don't have to talk about it all the time, like unless you're like in the process of doing it and people are talking shit and you're like Dave Chappelle, like I'm gonna be famous because they carry you out the club, but like you ain't gotta talk about it, just do it.
I love that story. He bombs. He's like, "Fuck y'all, I'm gonna be famous."
That's how I feel anytime I bomb. Anytime I bomb, I'm like, fuck y'all. I'm going to be famous, but maybe I'll be famous. Who knows? But I'm still a monster.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about that show. So I didn't bomb. The crowd decided I had to perform, so I lip-synced Kiss of Life by Sade. Which I think only you and Anthony Knight knew. The only black guys in the room.
It was funny. It was so funny watching you, too.
I saw some of the footage. I was like, damn, even when I'm lip syncing, I have like no emotion and no, like I barely move. I'm like very stiff, like doing these like dance moves and shit. I put the mic on stage just to like have something in front of me, like a barrier for my mouth. Maybe if I forgot the words, but I actually know all the words of that song.
Oh. See, well, that's because the thing is like even on your comedy, like I think you carry the mic in your hand, but you don't really move. I think your feet are usually you might be doing
my arm is pretty locked in.
You might do like a hand motion, but your feet are pretty on point. Like if we put feet markers, like I don't think your feet wouldn't notice that they're stuck in the markers.
I'll rock back and forth a lot now.
Yeah,
I do that. Like I'll step forward, say the punchline, and then take a step back as it's like getting a laugh. But like I'll catch myself doing that. I'm like, I just did that like 3 or 4 times in a row. It looks very like weird.
No, that's the thing. It doesn't though. I think
if
you let yourself move naturally, however you move, it shows comfortability. The problem is like when you're thinking about moving or trying to do something, then it looks uncomfortable or awkward because you're thinking about it. But like some people are naturally active people. They just walk, they pace, they move. It feels like they're comfortable up there with that. And I used to think that there was like something wrong because I used to like I fiddle with the mic stand. I lean on the mic stand. I lean back. But I realized like when I do that, it's not like a thing of it's because I'm comfortable. It's not because I'm like uncomfortable like fidgeting. It's just like, oh, I'm just hanging out here. And I don't think it's ever like hampered the audience for like liking my set or like my material. I've never noticed someone being like, oh, that joke was funny, but the mic stand did it for me. You know, like
I was only distracted one time. I forget where we were, but you were holding the top of the mic stand and then rolling the bass back and forth across the stage. And that distracted me so much.
Oh man, that's
no idea what you were talking about.
Yeah, well, I was probably talking about some bullshit if I'm doing that.
One time you were shifting the car with the mic stand.
Classic go-to move. I'd definitely be using it as gear shifter.
I'll definitely do a lean sometimes, depending.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The thing is, I'm not even thinking about it. Like, if I do it, it happens subconsciously for sure. Like, I'm not like, oh yeah, let me get on this mic stand. But I'd rather do that than sit down. I hate when people sit down when you're doing a 10-minute set, bro. You're not going to be, if you're doing like 45 minutes or you're headlining, cool. It's your show. Sit the fuck down. But you're doing a 10-minute showcase, bro. You can stand up.
Yeah, stand up. Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're not over here. So I don't mind the sitting down, but if people do it at an open mic, I'm like, bro, there's 4 people here. Like, really? That's what you're going to do? Also,
I'm good on that.
I hate when
I'm gonna be so high when I go to Kill Tony. We're recording this on a Monday.
That's like 3 hours. You're gonna be good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's weed. It wears off.
Usually I do a whole routine, but we're recording this on Monday because I'm out of town tomorrow, maybe the next day. But
yeah, tell the people what's happening. What trip are you taking?
I'll let them know on the Patreon.
Oh, the Patreon. Okay, the Patreon tells the true story.
You want to know where I'm going? Hit patreon.com/LonelyMans.
Yeah, you'll find out the truth about this.
Buy the Ben Bosunga N-word package we have on there. He'll defend your use of the N-word with 1 tweet. Ben will send out 1 tweet on your behalf.
Yeah, 1 tweet. You get 1 N-bomb forgiven. 1 tweet, and I can't tell you how I do it. That's top secret. But I will save you. That's why it costs so much, because it is 100% guaranteed to be effective.
If the tweet doesn't work, that's on you.
Yeah,
it's not on Ben.
Yeah, if the tweet worked, that means you didn't follow my advice. If you follow my advice, and shut the fuck up.
Oh, you're gonna offer advice too,
bro? I'm telling you, it's a full defense package against the N-word. That's why it costs so much.
My advice: shut the fuck up.
Honestly, that's like the best advice in life is to shut the fuck up.
If you get canceled, yeah, shut the fuck up. Get off. It's like just get off social media for 2 weeks. It'll be over.
Not just there. Like we were just talking about, like, talk people that talk about shit and never do it. Shut the fuck up and just do it. Like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Just general life advice.
Yeah, the best life advice. Somebody just shut the fuck up, bro. Like, because like you see someone, like for example, like you take in like two people, right? Two people have a set.
Mm-hmm.
One person goes up there and let's say they do exactly the same in terms of like the quality of their set, their overall laughs, whatever. But one person goes up there and he's like, oh, I'm gonna murder, I'm gonna kill, and then it comes off, oh, I fucking killed. Everyone's gonna be like, all right, dude, calm the fuck down.
Mm-hmm.
One person goes up there, just does their thing, doesn't say anything. Everyone's like, oh yeah, he's a good comic, man. He had a good set. And he comes off the stage and no one says. The perception of what you did changes completely based off of just your demeanor on and off the stage.
Right.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Like, it's great life advice.
Oh, I never say I'm about to kill when I do anything. Every time I talk shit, I always fuck up. I've noticed that throughout my whole life.
But like, what's your mentality before you go on stage? Like, do you think you're about to kill? Do you think you're going to do well? Like, what are you thinking about before?
I never think I'm going to bomb.
What's up?
I just get the idea of bombing out of my head. I'm like, go do you.
Yeah, I think the last thing I say before I go on stage to myself is always like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of like let go, just be loose. Just.
It doesn't matter how many people are in the audience. I'm like, if there's more people, it's usually better.
Yeah, more people is way better.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
When it's less people, that's when I'm like, this might be rough.
Yeah, when it's less people, I have to get myself out of that mindset right there. That's when I use the Chris Tab method.
You just talk to the people?
No, Chris Tab. Same energy.
Oh,
to an audience of 100 people or an audience of 2 people. He is giving you the same energy, the same quality show, regardless of the audience.
Yeah, you can't blame the audience for being there.
No,
if
exactly.
Only a few of them. Like, they're the cool ones. They actually showed up.
Yeah, and you can't punish them for being there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you showed up, so now I'm going to give you a shitty show because no one else did?
Yeah.
Like, that's fucked up.
It sucks.
Yeah, and then they're going to remember that. Because here's the thing about it is also you have an opportunity now to make 2 fans. Right, like this is your job has gotten much more simplified. You don't have to worry about a whole audience, crowd, whatever. You're just like, these are the 2 people that are here. This is who this show is for. You know your audience a lot better, so it kind of puts you in an advantage in that sense. But you definitely have to go about your set differently, I would say, because you can't like just hop into your material like you're doing a regular show anymore. It's not, and you have to kind of adjust for that. But
yeah, it's when you can start talking to people. Or do some riffs. Do some room riffing.
I do like to do that, but I don't like to make it like them become the center of the show. Because especially if there's more comics on the show, then everyone's going to do that.
Right.
And if you come up later, then everyone's already kind of talked about that. So
Brian Lowacki calls it licking all the donuts.
Oh,
when you're doing crowd work. If you talk to everyone for like 1 minute, you're wasting the whole audience for the rest of the comics or the headliner. So it's like, if you're going to talk to somebody, talk to them for as long as you possibly can. And if that doesn't work, go back to your material, I guess.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, where are you from? Oh, cool. How about you? All right, what do you do?
Well, because I feel like now, too, specifically like in this day and age, we've kind of reached this point where with the success of like Reels being all crowd work, now, most of the time, people are just now trying to do crowd work. People that have no business doing crowd work. Also, if you're at an open mic with comics, don't do crowd work to comics, man. That's not going to make you better at crowd work. That's just you fucking with comics.
I saw Colin Tyrrell. I think it was him that did this. He was talking to somebody. He's like, don't worry, I'm not going to put you on Instagram.
Who said that?
I think it was Colin Tyrrell. Colin Tyrrell.
Oh, yeah.
Irish comedian from New York.
Yeah.
But
he did put him on Instagram, you motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that's
everyone thinks every comic's gonna do that now.
Yeah,
people give like fake stories and answers and shit.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah,
because it I don't know, man. It's not fun to me, I guess, at the end of the day. Like, why else do I do comedy if I'm not gonna enjoy what I'm doing? And having people now who are it's like when you have a little kid and he notices every time he says like a swear word, people laugh. So now all of a sudden he's just saying the swear word all the time, you know, because he's just doing the bit, you know. It's kind of like the thing, and that's how people in the audience just treat, like, now they know, like, if they say something crazy, someone's recording it, and they're like, oh, where's the camera? Let me put up, you know. It feels cheapened.
You were at I think it was you and I saw Jessica Kirson a year or two ago.
Yeah.
And she was talking to this couple in the front row.
Right.
And they start telling her that, yeah, they're a couple, they're together, but also they're siblings. I think, did they say they were blood siblings?
I don't remember. Something weird like that.
Yeah, they like tell her this whole story about how they're, I don't think it was step siblings. I think they said they were blood relatives. And they're hooking up. And their family doesn't know about it. And they're going to tell them at like Thanksgiving or something like that. Like everyone was like, holy shit. And Jessica Kirson Pro was making all these jokes about it, going right in, like got everything she could out of that couple. And it was like the wildest part of the night. And then one of the servers comes up and was like, oh yeah, like I know that couple. I'm like, yo, the brother, sister, you know them? He's like, oh yeah, they're comics from my hometown. They're in town visiting. He's like, they're not really stepbrother and stepsisters, or brother and sister, they're just doing a bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, that sucks so much.
Right. I remember you telling me that. I remember you told me that afterwards, and I was like, fuck. Yeah, that's like the worst thing.
I was like, that sucks.
Right.
I was like, tell Jessica Kirsten like later, let her know, so she doesn't like put it online or something, put this fucking fake bit online.
But yeah,
that's whack of them as comics too, to do that.
It's super whack. I've seen other comics do it at other shows though. Like someone will do crowd work and some comic will like yell something and then they'll like, oh, make stuff up. And I see him doing comedy like a couple days later at like an open mic and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
There was an open micer in the front row of Column Tyrrell. He was like right on the side of the stage. And he's like, what do you do? He's like, oh, I play poker for a living. He's like, that's your job, playing poker? He's like, yeah. He's like, online or in person? He's like, in person. He's like, oh, cool. He's like, I'm a comic too. And he's like, oh, all right. He's like, well, I just started doing open mics. He's actually nice to him. He's like, oh, all right, that's cool, man. He's like, but now you see what it's like really like. He's like, whatever you think like the top is in comedy, he's like, I'm one of the top 1% comics in the world. Like he's a touring headlining comedian.
Right.
And he's like, and I'm here with this shitty audience. Like the audience sucked. They were like super uptight and just like not, or they were like doing dumb heckles and stuff. He's like, this is as good as it gets. It's still not going well.
That's the craziest thing about comedy.
Yeah.
Is like,
he was on the Tonight Show recently. He's like, and no one here saw it.
Bro, we had Angelina on the podcast like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Angelina Martin.
And Angelina Martin. We didn't even talk about the fact that she just had a Comedy Central like taping here in Austin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I saw the videos with Comedy Central featuring out here.
Yeah,
and it
well,
wasn't
she doesn't say shit. She shuts the fuck up.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and it's dope, but I'm saying like, and we're still here doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's like
she's on our podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Which means our podcast is great.
There's a story that Brian Regan did a corporate gig, and he's probably getting paid at least $100,000. Like it's a 6-figure gig for him. Right. And afterwards he's talking to like one of the business guys and they're like, oh, so like what do you really do for a living? He's like, this is what I do. Brian Regan, like Netflix, owns his own tour bus, sells out theaters in every city in the country. And some guy's like, no, but like, so what do you really do?
You can't possibly make enough to live on.
What's your day job?
Do you know what I got paid to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he ever say what he like responded to the guy with?
I think he probably just said like, oh, like this is my job, something like that.
Yes. Right. And
it'd be cool if he was a dick to him. He's like, yo, you want to see the check?
Yeah. Bro.
How much do you make a year? I probably make more than you.
I got paid your salary to be here right now. Mm-hmm. So if you could choose, would you rather be like a corporate comic making bank, or like a
how about cruise ship comic?
Okay, sure, cruise ship comic.
Yeah,
making bank.
Yeah,
or like making a fraction of that. To be like a
just on the road.
Yeah, to be like, but like to have like a Netflix special and like be doing like around the States, but getting paid a fraction of that.
Yeah, now if you have a Netflix, you probably are getting paid a fraction.
Yeah, well, yeah, Monique's on Netflix, so you can't be making that much.
I wonder what her corporate fee is, though.
Yeah, right, but that's
actually who's booking Monique for a corporate gig? I don't know.
BET.
Yeah, BET Christmas party.
I don't know, man. I mean, her story's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure someone's booking her.
Yeah,
like, I think that's kind of what those corporate speeches are. They're like, hey.
Yeah.
Come listen to this person's story.
Well, like, I guess cruise ships can go all right sometimes. Most corporates go not good. Not well. Cruise
ship is just like a lot of the comics now, like looking back, because when I was working on cruise ships, I'd done a couple of open mics, but I probably for like a month or two beforehand, but I hadn't really like done like any shows or gigs yet.
Yeah.
But I used to like watch all the comics. And I was like, oh, the only thing about like cruise ship comedy is it's all hacky. Like I could do 45 minutes on a cruise ship. Half of it, 30 minutes, would be making fun of the cruise.
Right.
All fat Americans. They all do the same jokes about all the food and the Americans and the people folding stuff and the ship captain. And they all tell the same kind of hacky stories about being on a ship.
It's like the cruise ship version of local humor.
Exactly. Like it's like being a New York comic just talking about the train. You know what I'm saying? Like you're like, I took the train to Brooklyn. Like only people in New York get that. You come to fucking Mississippi, they're gonna be like, we don't care. What the fuck does Harlem?
If I was on a ship, I would probably have a solid 15 minutes on the cruise ship.
Yeah, you would, because it's so easy, and then you just do crowd work and make fun of the people. I'd make up the time.
Yeah,
like it'd be no problem for me to do 45 minutes on a cruise ship. I have no doubt. But like to leave.
Should hit up Corey Rodriguez and who's the dude from Worcester? Why can't I think of his name?
Tom Dwyer?
No, black dude.
Orlando Baxter.
Orlando.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone said they were making cruise ships cool for a little while before the pandemic.
Yeah, I remember Corey saying he was going on a couple
It's
of them.
probably just because they were scamming on hella hoes on the cruise ship.
Bro, you can't. I will say one of the guys that went up there, some of the dudes, there were a couple of dudes that were super just talented. Like one dude, he could like sing. One dude could fucking dance like he was fucking Michael Jackson in that bitch, bro. Like some of them were
like that's a Lloyd Legacy Sharp type shit.
Bro, Lloyd Legacy Sharp wishes he could dance as good as this dude. This dude, I'm talking like professional dancer quality, like straight up, like when like
cruise ship quality comedy.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's not really. It's not even he wasn't really even comedy. It was more just like an act.
Yeah,
you know, like some people just had like a show. It was almost like. It was a lot like comedy telling stories or whatever, but there's like singing and dancing and whatever, doing crowd work, and there's like little bits played into it.
A lot of magicians on the cruise ships.
They did have magicians on there as well.
Hypnotists.
Yes, a couple of hypnotists as well.
I like a good comedy hypnotist.
Yeah, you could on the cruise ships though. The comedy hypnotist kills because you get like a bunch of the people out there and they're all a little buzzed up, and you find the one person and they get them doing wild shit.
Yeah, I saw one guy at the Woo-Ha-Ha. I think he was only doing his PG-13 set, but he has an R-rated set as well.
Let's see some titties.
But his SEO is crazy, and his Facebook ads and shit. He just like sells out clubs around the country with Facebook.
Really? Yeah, you got to get that SEO game. I'll have to reach out and be like, hey, what's up with that SEO, dog?
Yep.
Throw it on my Austin Crawls. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think I would do a couple of cruise ships, anything just to see it, but more so to go back and be like, I would do 10 minutes of getting fired from a cruise ship. And now I'm back, bitches. I'd be holding my dick to that cruise. That would be my reasoning for going back.
Yeah, for drinking. You're like, now that you got free drinks on stage?
Yeah, exactly. But hey, bring me a drink real quick.
Well, I tell this story.
Yeah. 10 years ago. Dang, is it 10 years? No, it's not 10 years. It's been.
I met you in 2017. I think you had just got off.
I
the
had just gotten So it's actually it would have been 6 years this month because I got fired right a week before my 27th birthday, and I just turned 33. So yeah, we're from 27 to 33. 27 was a rough year. I thought I might go out in the 27 club that year.
I don't even know what I was doing at 27 years old.
Oh my god. I'd been.
What year was that?
2017.
25th. I would have turned 27 at the end of 2014, so 2015. I barely remember that year, dude. I don't know what I was doing.
What was that? 2015. I remember 2015 very well.
We like to reminisce about years on this podcast.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of reminiscing. 2015.
It's a complete blur for me. Oh, I lost a friend in 2015. I probably talked about that before. He's not dead, but I'm dead to him. So.
You know,
R.I.P. to me.
2015, I did lose one of my. I did lose my best friend. He's still alive, but we didn't talk for 5 years after that. Mm-hmm. But I was living in downtown Denver.
This has been 8 years now, and he still hasn't talked to me. So.
Oh shit.
Well, actually, we worked together, so we'd see each other at the lunch table once in a while.
But still not talk?
We just couldn't, like, be friends. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's so hard, man. Like, it's hard to go back to a friendship like that. Like, me and my friend.
We were friends for, like, 8 months, too. Oh. But we were, like, hardcore friends. We're like, I just met my best friend. What's up, dog? And hung out all the time.
Man.
It was over a chick.
Yeah, of course. That's how it always happens.
It's always over a chick.
Me and him had known each other since 7th grade. Mm-hmm. So that was probably like what, 2002, 2003, somewhere around there. And like we just, you know, when you meet that and you're like, yeah, that's my boy. Mm-hmm. We were like that for, I don't know, the next 12 years. We lived together. We shared a room at his parents' house for a time. Like there was a time for probably like when I was probably after I graduated college for like 6 or 7 months. I don't think outside of us like one of us going to work, there was a time we weren't hanging out like with each other, like all day, every moment of every day kind of thing. For like almost for a while we were like that. And then you just go from that to just not talking for the craziest part was like even after we had our falling out and like got into a fight and stopped talking, he still helped me move. He brought his dad's truck. He got his dad's truck. We carried his stuff over. He helped me with everything. Like we were still like that type of friend. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like my brother. Like you can't even like when we were fighting, we'd still be like, bro, shut the fuck up. I don't want to talk to you right now, bro. I'll fuck you up right now. And then we'd still just hang out with each other and just not talk. Like we were that close, you know? But I don't know. Now it's just you can't go back to that. Like once that is like you got a glass or ceramic object and this thing is beautiful. It's amazing. And then you drop it. And like maybe it only cracks in 3 pieces or whatever and it's solid and you can fucking glue and somebody can put it together. But it's not the same anymore. Like that fracture is there. The fissure's been created and it's always just and yeah, it's hard. You can't make anything go back to what it was. And I don't know, man. I think I feel like that was probably like the best, like I feel like whoever you meet is on a specific wavelength, right? Like every human is on whatever wavelength frequency they're tuning into, and everyone is whatever. But the people you fuck with the most are like not necessarily that you like the same things or anything, but you guys just vibrate in terms of like the way that you guys see things and like attitudes, behaviors, the things that you guys like, things that make whatever. Yeah. The closer that you guys are in terms of that, then like the better you guys get along. You guys are like on the same level for a lot of things. I would say probably he was like the closest I've ever been to someone that I always felt like we were just like things just didn't need to be said because we thought the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was just always like that. Like, it was like that from the jump. And I don't think I've met people like that, but that one was probably the most intense because just it was so long and it was just so much time invested. Like years of life invested, years of like going through breakups and going through like playing on the same sports teams and traveling together and fighting together and drinking together and meeting girls and experiencing like everything, like going through a whole process of life in all sorts of different ways. And then just one day it's like, boom. And all it took was one girl. That's how powerful women are, bro. They really are. That's the craziest part of it is that's all it took. Just one girl and 12 years of everything just blown up.
You think as you get older that's not going to happen to you anymore, but still, well, mid-20s isn't like too old, so like, and this kid was, how old was he? He was like 21, 22. So he was like, yeah, he was like 5 years younger than me, so like, I don't know, I felt like I was older and I was like, dog, don't get mad over a chick, and he's like, no. If you do this, we can't be friends anymore. He's stuck to that. He's a man of his word, dude.
Dang.
If he talks about it, he does it.
Yeah. I respected him for that.
Yeah, you play like you said. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I get it, dude. He told me straight up. He's like, if you do this, we can't be friends. And I did it. And he's just like, he's like, did you fuck her? I was like, yeah. And he's like, all right, we can't be friends. And that was it. It's like that simple. And I was like, fuck.
But also,
and then he dated that girl for 8 months and moved her into his apartment.
Afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And then when his lease was up, he's like, hey, you gotta go. She had to move back to her mom's house.
You lost a friend over a girl that you didn't even want to kick it with.
No, and then afterwards, I think I was kind of like, can we be friends now? I was like, no.
Friends? Friends?
And then she hollered at me like immediately after. I was like, oh, you guys broke up, huh? And she was like, fuck you. And I was like, am I right or am I wrong?
The fucking savagery. Mm-hmm. The homie hoppers.
She's like, hey, what are you doing on New Year's? And I was like, what?
Not you, if I'm lucky.
Yeah. Where are we at? I think we're almost at the time here.
Yeah, probably.
Start wrapping up.
Yeah. Nah, bruh. Raw dog for life.
Patreon.com/LonelyMans.
Yeah, that's where we raw dog the episode is on the Patreon.
We'll get into some things, some stories.
Yeah, we'll lay down the facts of what we just we'll name some names on what we got into.
Mm-hmm. All right. We'll call it. Peace, y'all.
Peace.